In a quaint little village, there lived an old lady named Grace. She was known for her kind heart and her willingness to help her neighbors. Though she lived alone, she was never lonely because the villagers often visited her, seeking her wisdom and sharing their stories. In return for her kindness, they brought her food and supplies, ensuring she never went hungry. One chilly autumn morning, Grace decided to go into the forest to gather wood for her fireplace. As she wandered deeper into the woods, her eyes caught something unusual: a large, old pot, partially buried in the ground. Curious, she brushed off the dirt and lifted the lid. To her astonishment, the pot was filled with glittering gold coins. Grace's heart leaped with joy. She imagined a life of comfort and luxury, picturing herself in a grand house, sitting by a beautiful fireplace on an elegant chair. But there was a problem. The pot was too heavy for her to carry alone. Determined, Grace used her resourcefulness to create a makeshift slide from wooden planks and tied a sturdy cloth around the pot. With great effort, she began dragging it toward her home. As she pulled the heavy pot along, she noticed something strange. The gold coins inside started to change color. When she paused to catch her breath and looked inside, she gasped. The gold had turned into silver. A pang of disappointment struck her heart, but she quickly reassured herself. Silver is still valuable, she thought. I can still buy a nice house and enjoy my evenings by the fireplace. She continued her journey, but as she pulled the pot further, the silver began to change again. This time it turned into iron. Grace stopped, staring at the pot in disbelief. A wave of despair washed over her. All her dreams of a luxurious life seemed to vanish before her eyes. But then, she took a deep breath and smiled. She remembered that before finding the pot, she had been perfectly happy. She had a cozy home, warm meals from her kind neighbors, and the joy of helping others. She realized that true happiness didn't come from wealth. It came from love, kindness, and gratitude. Instead of feeling sad, Grace chose to be content. She left the pot in the forest and walked home, feeling lighter than ever. That evening, as she sat by her fireplace in her old but comfortable chair, a warm feeling filled her heart, a feeling no amount of gold could ever bring. From that day on, Grace continued to live as she always had, helping her neighbors and receiving their love in return. She had learned the greatest lesson of all: true happiness comes from within, and because of that, she remained cheerful and content, richer than any treasure could ever make her.